And with that patents and the ARI approval, in a 5 years of manufacturing, setting up a manufacturing plant in Varagadam, right near the campus. If you look at this journey, the purpose is very clear. I love cars. I'm going to work on automotive. I'm going to create something. They don't know what they want to create at that point of time, but their purpose is to create something in the automotive space. And then what is the kind of the why you, okay, you have an idea, you wanted to execute that idea, why do you have to do that? What is the unfair advantage that you have in executing that idea? If that unfair advantage is not there, it is not going to happen. What is the unfair advantage? How do I get to the become having an unfair advantage? For Madhu, what is the unfair advantage to you? The unfair advantage is his love towards automotive systems. Secondly, is working in a team and developing something new right from the scratch and building something and showcasing it. That is another unfair advantage. The understanding of the industry, because getting into the R&D center and seeing what they are doing, that becomes another unfair advantage. They know what is market need and what I have to build to get to the market. That is another unfair advantage. And then he had a team of people to work with him. That's another unfair advantage, which not everybody had in the same university or the same place. With unfair advantage, he taken advantage of that and made use of it to create that product. So the first is why the idea, the need for the idea. The second is why you have to solve that idea or work on that idea. Number 3 is what do you have right now in your hands and what is the action that you are going to take on that idea. Jaikrishna is here. He is one model here for this campus. When he had his idea, he doesn't stop with talking about the idea to people. He started executing it, though he wanted to create a platform, but until I get the technical competency of creating the platform, let me go and use another platform on Zoho, and then let me execute this and I start serving to the customers whoever I am trying to acquire. That is the action that is to be taken on the idea. If the action is not taken, there is no point in continuing with just an idea. Now, how are you going to take action with whatever the resources that you have? People will say, hey, if I get a seed fund of some 5 lakhs and I have a team and I have a working space and I have all these tools and machineries and stuff, I have all the software and all the licenses with everything, then I will start doing action. No single venture happens like that. The more the resources, the less is the innovation. Abundance kills the innovation. So don't look for abundant resources to take action. Whatever is there in your hands, use that to see how you can take that action. And to get that unfair advantage, spend more time with your user. Probably you all have watched the movie Titanic, right? Titanic? Anybody haven't seen? Or you're in Gen Alpha, Gen Zs, and might know much better on that. But anyway, most of you would know the story of Titanic, where a very fabulous engineering of a ship has been, cruise has been built, and that is sent from the seas, and that crashed due to a natural calamity, and then a lot of people died, a lot of people escaped from that and then still surviving. And there is a beautiful love story happening in that ship. Young artist, very poor artist, whose only focus is to onboard that ship. That is his only purpose in life. Onboard that ship and go from this end of the continent to the other continent. That's it. That's the only purpose he had. He made some action by playing some gambling and some stuff. He got a ticket and he had a woman there who was already engaged with a very richest man in the whole cruise. The only great thing he did to cover up that girl is he spent more time with the girl. That's it. If you see the entire movie, this guy spends as much time with the girl, and that is what the girl needed. Because though she is being very rich and nobody has time to spend with her, and this guy spent time with her in a very realistic manner, understand and empathized this girl, and that bloomed a beautiful love between these two. That empathizing the user is what you have to do. That spend more time with whom you think your product is going to be used for. As much as time you spend with them, that is going to be an unfair advantage in building and developing it and giving it back to the user. And the most misunderstood stuff is that if I have one idea, I can create one venture. No. Not a single idea has ever turned into a one big venture. You need to have volumes and volumes of ideas. And then cut down on it, and someday you will validate it and you get to the right point. What is actually has to be converted into a venture. So don't get stuck with your ideas. Most of the time, people get when we do the mentoring and we talk to them in the incubation, they get stuck to the ideas and they spend more than 1.5 years trekking to that idea, and then they come back and say, yeah, you said it's right, now we have to think about it. The same case of Madhu. When they came to us, they said like, I want to make this electric superbike. Okay. Then they were telling that I have already made one with all the whatever the available components. Making one is different. Making a production unit of making super bikes is different. So we need to get them to the ground. It took 1.5 years for them to change that mindset and come back and say, hey, our own competency is this electric motor, not everything else. Now how do we go about this? And then they started working on that, and then it became into a big venture. So that one idea that you comes up your mind or whatever you are going to pitch today is let it not be going to get stuck with that. Keep validating it, keep pivoting it until you get into a space where you have an unfair advantage of executing that idea. And most important thing is the execution. The incubators in the universities are the first touch point for your ideas to get yourself validated, get yourself mentored, get yourself fine-tune that into a better investable venture. And that is where we are sitting here to help you in that. In any of your colleges as well, maybe there is now incubators in every single college, and they're doing pretty well. The ecosystem in the country has grown a lot for the startups, and there is quite a lot of difference between what we call a startup and what is entrepreneurship. That's slightly misunderstood again. Both are looked at the same way. Entrepreneurship is doing any businesses. Startup is gone. Startup is a mode. As you have a different modes in your ACs or your fans and all these things. It is a mode. What is this mode? It is the mode at the point where you try to experiment and discover a model which is scalable and repeatable. That discovery process is what is called a startup. So that discovery means you need to find something new. And in the process of finding something new, you need to do a lot of experiments. And when we are doing experiments, one thing which is very much sure is what? What is very much sure in an experiment? Failure. That is very sure. So if you are not ready to fail, you will not be able to innovate. You will not be able to change anything. You will be just following the status quo. And when you do that, definitely people will misunderstand you. When you go and say, I'm going to change this, I'm going to bring something new, nobody is going to appreciate you. Even your faculty. Don't be nuts, go and do what is there. Don't try to do something new and get stuck in your life. This is what the reaction that comes in. If this reaction doesn't come, that means you are not innovating. So wait for it. Don't worry about it. You prove yourself that this idea is not good. Until then, don't believe anybody saying that. So expect failures, expect misunderstanding from your ecosystem or the environment. Still, you believe that this could be done. Experiment that, make yourself, prove yourself that it is workable, and then prove the world that it is. Best wishes for all of you. Have a great day.
I'm not supposed to talk after the chief guest address. It has to be probably the start of the event or the thanks, but I could not resist myself in coming back to you guys and then sharing a few thought processes. How many of you have noticed the negative thoughts from the speaker's address? Please bear with me, sir. How many of you noticed the negative thoughts? Can somebody say what the word is? It's an oxymoron, like, say. I'll give you a clue. Oh, என்னைய ஒரு சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் கூப்பிட்டு வந்து பேச வச்சுட்டு அவர் பேசுற நெகட்டிவ்ல என்ன பேசுறாருன்னு கேட்கிறாரு பைத்தியமாய் அவங்க right? If I were on the other side, that would be my thought process. He used the word quite often, unfair advantage. He says unfair, but he says advantage. You understand the impact of it? So that's what I thought the negative you said. It's not that. So try to have the impact of that. And he went on to saying one thing again, the unfortunate thing. Like, what is that? I said, no, you will have a lot of ideas from him. So I could not sit idly there after his or when he was talking. The one idea and sticking on to that idea is an unfortunate thing, right? And he narrated a love story. How many of you really went into the chip and then spent time with your thought process? I don't want to use the phrase the girl or user, whatsoever it is. The ideas and thought process. And he also touched upon the certainty about doing an experiment. What's that? failure. So that's way we are here as an employee because we were having a fear of failure. But the kids are not so nowadays. What make a water? Let me just see. Let me plunge into the sea and see whether I could swim or sink further and explore unfathomable depths. That is the courage you have. The only thing is you need to come out. சார் சொன்னார் இல்லையா, போய் பேசி பிறகு போட வேலையை பார்த்துட்டு போடான்னு டீச்சர் சொல்ற வரைக்கும் நீ போகணும் விட்டணும். That is where our success comes. So keep disturbing the teachers, keep disturbing the system in a positive way, right? Being disturbed பண்ண சொன்னார், வாடா 2 வருஷம் சண்டை போட்டுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு. That's not that, right? So the world is open to you, and you know what is the geopolitical issues with that are beating around us, right? And lot of postings in social media about the IIT and H1B visa. We are not touch upon that. So here you have a comfortable stay, and the ecosystem is very much encouraging. So keep exploring, keep enjoying, keep leading the world, right? All the best.
Thank you, Dr. Ananth Kumar sir and Dean sir, for your insightful and inspiring words. Now I request EDC cell leaders and ambassadors to come on stage for a group photograph. We would now like to call Mrs. C. Managari Babu Reddy, business entrepreneur, MD CRPS Private Limited, to give us insights and talk on women in entrepreneurship.
Happy morning, everybody. So, I'm really so thankful and grateful for being here today and addressing you all. And I'm so delighted to see all young people with fresh minds, fresh thoughts, and fresh implementation. So, just to start with, let me thank God for making me here, standing here. And I would like to thank my husband and my entire family, because without him, I'm not here today. And my successful 10 years of entrepreneurship journey wouldn't be possible if my husband wouldn't have supported me. So I thank him for making me here. So, women entrepreneurship program actually, I don't discriminate between male or female. Of course, everything is responsibility, what we have to fulfill. Either it's a family or a business. When we develop a work-life balance, it's very, very simple and easy to make it. And I would like to thank Sir, the chief guest who spoke first, where I was having a plan. அப்பா வந்து நம்ம வந்துட்டு 5P கான்செப்ட்ஸ்லாம் வந்துட்டு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு சொல்லலாம். அதெல்லாம் அழகா ஒரு ஸ்டோரியா அவர் சொல்லி முடிச்சிட்டாரு. I was wondering, oh my god, சார் எல்லாத்தையுமே சொல்லிட்டாரு, நான் இப்போ என்னத்த சொல்றது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு I was just something is running on my mind. Thank you sir, and it was a wonderful thing what you have shared. And sir சொன்ன விஷயத்தை தான் இன்னைக்கு வரைக்கும் பண்ணி which I am successful today. With respect to business, first நம்ம business பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா we should have a mindset like in a mindset we should be mad அப்படின்னா பைத்தியம் இல்லை. first we should have mindset, இதுதான் நம்ம பண்ண போறோம் அப்படின்றது வந்துட்டு நமக்கு தெளிவா இருக்கணும். and then attitude plays a major role in that. so ஒரு இந்த attitudeக்கு வந்துட்டு ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னா ஒரு மீட்டிங்ல வந்துட்டு ரத்தன் டாடா was addressing the entire crowd of entrepreneurs. அப்போ he had a question. If you wanted to buy iPhone, ஒரு ஐபோன் வாங்குறதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு நாள் தேவைப்படுது, எவ்வளவு நேரம் தேவைப்படுது? just let's make it like ஒரு sometimes நம்ம கொஞ்சம் interactive session இருந்ததுன்னா it will be more useful for everybody of us. ஒரு ஐபோன் வாங்குறதுக்கு வந்துட்டு எவ்வளவு டைம் தேவைப்படும்? Just a wild guess, wild answers, anything, any numbers, nothing is wrong, everything is right. So?
45 years from now.
Okay, that's nice. So, இப்போ வாங்கணும்னா உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளவு நாள் தேவைப்படும், எவ்வளவு நேரம் தேவைப்படும்? See, even உங்களோட parents கூட நீங்க வச்சுக்கோங்க, நீங்க வாங்கணும்னா எவ்வளவு டைம் குள்ள வாங்குவீங்க?
Somebody said 5 years.
5 years. Wow, amazing. So, அங்க இருந்தவங்க எல்லாருமே வந்துட்டு successful entrepreneurs. They said, sir, 1 hour, 45 minutes, 2 days, இந்த மாதிரி answer. But Ratan Tata said, it will take 2 years for me. Everybody was shocked. என்னது சார் வந்துட்டு இப்படி ஒரு 2 years ஆகும்னு சொல்றாரு? How come? எப்படி இது possible? ஐபோன் கம்பெனியை வாங்குறதுக்கு ஒரு 2 years ஆகும்னு சொல்லியிருக்காரு. So that's the mindset of the entrepreneur, that's the mindset of the business owner. So business owner இருக்கிறது வந்துட்டு it is not like just like that நம்ம friend பண்றாங்க அதை பார்த்துட்டு நம்ம பண்ற விஷயம் வந்துட்டு கிடையாது. First we should have passion towards it. Sir சொன்னது உங்களுக்கு அந்த விஷயம் பிடிச்சிருக்கணும், இது எனக்கு பண்றதுனால yes I am mentally and I'm so satisfied doing this. First you should have that passion towards that. Next you should have patience. நமக்கு வந்துட்டு இந்த டைம் ஃப்ரேம் வந்துட்டு நமக்கு தேவைப்படுது அப்படின்ற ஒரு விஷயம் வந்துட்டு அதுல இருக்கணும். Next, what is the purpose? Everybody what அப்படின்ற ஒரு क्वेश्चन நோக்கி தான் போயிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. But why am I doing it? என்னோட கேஸ் எடுத்துக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா I have never even had a dream of becoming an entrepreneur. All of a sudden with one single spark எனக்கு வந்துட்டு I just became an entrepreneur. என் கூட இருந்த ஃப்ரெண்ட் வந்துட்டு சொன்னாங்க, மேம் இங்க இருக்கிற எல்லாருக்கும் எதுவுமே தெரியாம இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றாங்க, உங்களுக்கு இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி பத்தி எல்லாமே தெரிஞ்சிருக்கு, you have got all the technical backgrounds, நீங்க ஏன் ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண கூடாது அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு எனக்கு அந்த ஐடியா இல்லப்பா அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். இமீடியட்டா என்ன சொன்னாரு, ஓகே இல்ல எனக்கு ஒரு கம்பெனி இருக்கு, ப்ளீஸ் வந்து பண்ணி கொடுங்க. That spark it started me. But immediately after getting into the business, what is the purpose of my life? I found out. நான் என்ன பண்றதுனால வந்துட்டு எனக்கு ஒரு happiness கிடைக்குது. I love helping people. So that is my goal, my action. What I have decided, is it all going towards that plan? So on that time I started writing my goal. So I have to do this. This is my purpose. Upon the purpose, what am I supposed to do? That's how it has been built. அப்போ இதுல வந்துட்டு ஃபெயிலியரே இல்லையா, நடுவுல நீங்க எதுவுமே லாஸே பண்ணலையா? So it was a very sweet path for you. That's why you are coming here and studying here. No, at one point of stage I lost everything. It was like I had even a time where it became my livelihood itself became a questionable. But still, this is my purpose and this is my deliverables. Where I made mistake, why I made mistake, the why factor. Again I worked out on that and I bounced back, and now I am doing the services for 8 states right now. So thank you. So it's not that everybody at one point of time, yes, our graph will fall down, so we have to sit, work out. Then I developed a process. Now the process is running successful and helping me deliver the work very, very easier. And I made whatever all the flaws, whatever, where all I left, I just worked out on that particular path and I took it. If you chose, if your mindset is so firm, yes, business is going to be my work path. Of course, I wanted many people get into business and make it so serious. So, okay, what is the D? Dedication and determination. So you should be dedicated. ஒரு failure பார்த்துட்டு பயப்படக்கூடாது. பயம் எப்போ வரும்? Presentல இருந்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு பயமே வராது. பயம் வந்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு future நோக்கி தான் வரும். Future is not in our hand. I never thought today I will be here, but I am here. So it's all surprises. Life is a box of surprises. So if you are here today, மைண்ட் எப்போ ஓடும்னா ஒரு கற்பனை குதிரை வந்துட்டு நமக்கு ஓடும். அதுதான் வந்துட்டு நம்ம அப்போ ஃபியூச்சரை பத்தி யோசிக்கிறோம்னு அர்த்தம். அது என்ன பண்ணும்னா நம்ம பிரசன்ட்ல வந்துட்டு இருக்க விடாது. சோ நம்ம அந்த பயப்படுறோம் அப்படின்னா அப்ப நம்ம பிரசன்ட்ல இல்ல. வாட் இஸ் ஹியர் நவ் டுடே, இத வந்துட்டு நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் எப்படி எடுத்துட்டு போகணும். That is what is most important. So whenever you find you have fear, just be in the present. Definitely you will find solutions. அப்போ what is going to help me? இப்போ நான் வந்துட்டு எனக்கு ஒரு மைண்ட் செட் வந்துருச்சு. Yes, I am going to do a business. I have an idea. So how am I going to implement? So you should have a blueprint for that. You should have a plan. So ideas are free. Implementation is the key. So நிறைய பேருக்கு நிறைய ஐடியாஸ் வந்துட்டு இருக்கும். So how to implement? Have a blueprint. அந்த டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் whatever it is, நீங்க எந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எடுக்கிறீங்களோ அந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட் கிட்ட போய் உட்காருங்க, பேசுங்க, ஒரு blueprint build பண்ணுங்க. Go work in that particular industry, get experience. சார் வந்துட்டு சொன்னாங்க, நம்ம ஒரு மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் இண்டஸ்ட்ரி எடுக்கும்போது நிறைய எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு நமக்கு ஃபெயிலியர் ஆகும். ஆஃப் கோர்ஸ் ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட் பில்ட் ஆகிறது இட்ஸ் நாட் so easy. But with respect to business, I have never seen anything as a failure. Everything is an experience. So that is the magic for you to grow and for you to make each and every step so successful. Success is not a destination. It's a journey. So நாலு பேர் வந்துட்டு நான் அன்னைக்கே சொன்னேன் இவங்க இதை பண்ணாங்கன்னா இது நடக்காது அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு அந்த நாலு பேர் எப்பயுமே இருப்பாங்க. எனக்கு தெரியும்பா இவங்க சூப்பரா க்ரோ ஆயிடுவாங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு எல்லாத்தையுமே சொல்லிடுவாங்க. எதை கேட்டாலும் நான் அன்னைக்கே சொன்னேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு டீம் இருக்கும். சோ அன்னைக்கே சொன்னன்ற டீமை நினைச்சு உங்களோட ஐடியாஸ் ஒரு உங்களோட பாத்துல வந்துட்டு அது இட் should not be a stumbling block. You have to always foresee where you have to go. இன்னைக்கு எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு சின்ன அசைன்மெண்ட் மாதிரி நான் வந்துட்டு கொடுக்குறேன். Just go, follow it up. What is your goal? Let it be a small thing. Let it be a simple thing. அந்த கோலை வந்துட்டு நீங்க எழுதுங்க. And daily, are you taking steps towards that goal? நான் கூட இனிஷியலா வந்து என்னன்னா நாங்க ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து ஒரு இது பண்ணோம். டெய்லி காலையில நம்ம சீக்கிரமா எழுந்திருக்கோம். மார்னிங் early rise is the first path to success அப்படி சொல்லிட்டு நெக்ஸ்ட் டே யாரெல்லாம் எழுந்தாங்க ஒரு 2-3 நாளைக்கு நெக்ஸ்ட் டே பாப்பா இல்லப்பா நம்ம நாளையில இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். நாளையில tomorrow never comes. Like we have to, if we have decided, we have to do it. We should not procrastinate things. Procrastination is something like a cancer which will not let you grow. So what are all the, how you can overcome procrastination? நம்மளோட டெசிஷனை நாமளே மதிக்கலனா எப்படி மத்தவங்க மதிப்பாங்க சொல்லுங்க. அப்புறம் ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்ல பா நீ சொல்லுவப்பா இதெல்லாம் ஆனா செய்ய மாட்டேன், you will not do it. So we have to do it. We have to be consistent in doing it. Let it be a small step. Daily ஒரு baby step towards our goal. Are we going towards the goal? So have a financial plan. ஒரு இப்போ நம்ம வந்துட்டு இதை ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணமா, இதுதான் ஐடியா, அதோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை கெயின் பண்ணுங்க. Have a blueprint. அதுக்கு இவ்வளவு ஃபினான்ஸ் வேணுமா, earn it, save it. And I have a friend who's like 22-23 years old. She had done her actuarial science and she is a gold medalist. And when she started her business, she was nothing. and today she earned 1 crore for herself. She earned, she was determined, she toiled, she collected people. எல்லாரோட மணியும் வந்துட்டு சேர்த்து ஓகே நான் ட்ரேடிங் பண்ணி உங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி கொடுக்குறேன், இந்த மாதிரி வந்துட்டு ரிட்டர்ன்ஸ் தரேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கலெக்டிவா வந்துட்டு அவங்க எல்லார்கிட்ட இருந்து எடுத்து now she is also helping other people grow and she had also earned for herself. So make your goal big and அதுக்கான finances வந்துட்டு ரெடி பண்ணிக்கோங்க. When you start, set up your process and then get it done. So that definitely அந்த இடத்துல வந்துட்டு உங்களுக்கு ஒரு failure இருக்காது. Always take risk with calculated risk. So just like that, a blind ஒரு விஷயத்தை பண்ணாதீங்க. Have a blueprint and execute it. So entrepreneurship journey-ல whatever உங்களுக்கு தெரிய வேண்டிய விஷயங்கள் ஏதாச்சும் இருந்ததுன்னா you can have a question to me and I will be happy to answer. Okay, so the question is, what are all the problems I faced when I set my business to other states? First, language problem, and adu irundhathu. So how to get people in that particular place, knowing the culture of that particular place, and people oda acceptance vandute eppadi irukum. These are all the problems. And நாம இங்க இருந்து ஆப்ரேட் பண்றோம், சடனா அந்த டெக்னீஷியன் சர்வீஸ்க்கு போலன்னா என்ன பண்றது, அந்த மாதிரியான ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இருந்தது. So but luckily I had people, always I had plan B. If one technician fails, I'll be always having a backup to send the other person. So I collaborated. Business is not only a competition. Thank you for asking such question. I collaborated with other pest control industrial people over there, and I joined hands with them, and I shared my profit with them, and that's how I made it very simple and easy because he knows the culture of that place, he knows how to handle the technician, and he was the one who was paying, and I made my work very simple. So இன்னொரு முக்கியமான இடத்துல வந்துட்டு where I lost is like I trusted people blindly without having a process. So the people with me, they spended money, and all of a sudden it was like a bankrupt condition where I really had a very very bad time. It was like a question mark in my livelihood itself. And my daughter came and asked, "Amma, buy this for me." I didn't have money in my hand. So I pledged everything, all the jewelry, everything was pledged. So, but still, my mom came and said, "You believe in yourself, and then you work, definitely it will become successful." I just stopped all my operations for 3 months. I sat, I wrote my process. I mailed all my customers stating that I am into a severe financial crunch and I am unable to do the service. Instead of getting a bad name from the industry, I just made it simple and straight. So once I bounce back, I'll come to you. And luckily, all my customers engaged other services for 3 to 6 months, and then they gave back the services to me. So for me, in a year, if I'm going to get 3 complaints, it was the highest. 3 complaints in like 4-5 states in a year is the highest. So customers also trusted me. Trust is something which we work towards the period and we earn it. But it can be easily spoiled. So we have to work on that. We have to build confidence. Say that yes, we are here and all these things, whatever was the problem, it's all being solved. And now we have worked out with the scenario and the entire process. Even the people who were working with me, now they are saying, "Ma'am, everything seems to be very new. The process seems to be very new. The structure seems to be very new. Even the salary what you were giving before and now it's been raised." How? So I made a plan. I made where I lost all my finances. I was doubly cautious with my financial structures, and I spoke with the industry specialist people to make it even more successful. I had. So for next 5 years, I have a strong financial plan where nobody can come and touch it anymore. So, any questions? Yes?
Yeah, ma'am. Like, what if a hard word to a student who is eager to understand the word of entrepreneurship? Because I don't want to get an advice. I really want to know. You give a student to know about entrepreneurship.
Okay. Single word to know what is entrepreneurship.
Like, how to say about entrepreneurship, which is not like an advice, which is a hard word to push the student need to go on.
Okay. So entrepreneurship, as I said, it's a journey, it's a mindset. Okay. For example, being a woman entrepreneurship, let me take an example with a mother. Okay. A mother is always a mother till her no retirement. Entrepreneurship is like that. Once you are an entrepreneur, you have to perform your role, come what may. And you should have that strong mindset. That's it. Because people are trusting me, I have to feed these people, I have to feed the family, and I have to work, I have to keep me self-motivated. How to keep yourself self-motivated on a daily basis? Because your energy is one which is going to take care of the entire organization. So it's the responsibility. When you feel, yes, it's my responsibility. When you don't pass the ball to other, you take up the responsibility for even one single success. My team is responsible. This is my mantra in my company. For all the success, I give the success to the team. Even if one failure happens, it's because of me, because it's me who have to foresee, and I have to give them, I have to educate them, I have to train them.
As student, so what I have to choose, like B2B or B2C for a student? Like for a student, so I want to start my entrepreneurship in a field. So what I had a doubt is like, where I have to start, like B2B or B2C?
It's depend upon your idea, your industry. Who is your customer? Who are the people?
Like our idea is government subsidies.
Government subsidies. So government subsidies, it is that, what is the product?
It's a healthcare application system. It's a healthcare system.
Okay.
So our customer will be an healthcare providers and also government healthcare hospitals and also ASHA workers who is in like our nurse will be working like. So they are our stakeholders.
ASHA people are your stakeholders. Okay. So whom you are targeting?
We are targeting it's a project which is fully based on the for the rural areas.
For the rural areas. If you are going to give it for the customer, it is going to be useful, or if you are going to give it to the hospital, it is going to be useful.
It's for both, ma'am. For an individual as
Where you get more profit?
Where we get more profit, but if we increase the customer, like if we increase the customer as an individual, I will get around.
No, I don't want to know the amount. Where you will get more profit?
Healthcare providers.
Healthcare providers. Then B2B is your choice. B2C is a volume sale. B2B is your first priority. So, always with respect to business, one single person whom you can deliver, where you will get more business. That should be your focus first. Where you get 60% of your business from that particular team. If you are going to be B2C, you have to put more energy, more time. Whereas B2B, less energy, less time and more profit.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. So here, how many of you wanted to start your entrepreneurship journey? Who has got a strong mindset to start the entrepreneurship journey? So happy, very happy. So good. So entrepreneurs are born. So who is going to help me? யார் எனக்கு help பண்ணுவா அப்படின்னு சொல்லி யோசிச்சீங்க அப்படின்னா I'll tell you a secret. Okay? வேற இப்ப எல்லாருமே வந்துட்டு அதை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. Secret book read பண்றாங்க. So what is being said over there? See, there is something called as நம்மளோட தாட் ப்ராசஸ் தான் நம்மள வந்துட்டு நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப்புக்கு கூட்டிட்டு போக முடியும். டோன்ட் யாருமே வந்துட்டு நீங்க தோத்துட்டேன்னு சொன்னாங்கன்னா டோன்ட் அக்செப்ட் இட் until and otherwise you feel yes okay fine அப்படின்ற வரைக்கும். Okay, then immediately நம்ம கிட்ட வந்துட்டு என்னன்னா what is the plus point we have. Everybody has this power. You put a thought process, there is something called as நம்ம bodyல DNA, it will be encapsulated and it will be sending the signals to the universe. So who will help me அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு பயம் வேண்டாம். The entire universe will help you out. Now Sadhguru வந்துட்டு, I mean if you have heard about Sadhguru and his motivational speech, definitely he would have told this in one of his video. So always have அதுக்கு மேல நீங்க அது எப்போ சக்சஸ்ஃபுல் ஆகும்னா நீங்க அத சந்தேகமே படக்கூடாது. லைக் how a kid வந்துட்டு ஒரு அம்மா அப்பாவை சந்தேகப்படுவாங்களா மாட்டாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி நீங்க உங்க ஐடியாவை சந்தேகப்படக்கூடாது. நான் சக்சஸ் ஆகுறேன்றத சந்தேகப்படக்கூடாது. சக்சஸ் ஆகிறதுக்கு என்ன ஸ்டெப்போ அதுல தான் வந்துட்டு போகணும். So today what we had, so if we wanted to become an entrepreneur, we should practice MAD, mindset, attitude and determination for the success. And I was about to talk 5P concept at the sir பேசிட்டாங்க. So thank you so much for that. First we should have passion, we should be patient and we should have people. யாரு நம்மளோட target people. அதுக்கப்புறமா வந்துட்டு we should be like perseverance இருக்கணும். So என்ன இருந்தாலும் what is making me fall, how I have to overcome from that. அத மட்டும் தான் நீங்க வந்துட்டு எப்பவுமே யோசிக்கணுமே தவிர அதை தாண்டி oh my god இந்த இடத்துல நான் ஏமாந்துட்டேன். Don't seek validation. யாராச்சும் ஒருத்தவங்க வந்து நம்ம சரின்னு சொல்லணும் அவசியமே கிடையாது. God has given us knowledge. We know what is right, we know what is wrong. நம்ம செய்யறது வந்துட்டு யாருக்கும் அஃபெக்ட் ஆகாம இருக்கிற வரைக்கும் everything is right. Only with this knowledge we are here today. All right, thank you so much for this opportunity and I am so blessed to be here. All the best and God bless you all. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am, for your thought-provoking words. And now we come to the most awaited part of the day, the panel discussion on the topic employment or entrepreneurship. In today's dynamic landscape, where opportunities are abundant, yet challenges are equally profound, the question is no longer just about securing a job, it's about choosing a path, whether to step into the world of employment or to carve one out on your own journey through entrepreneurship. The choice of field not only defines the individual's career, but also shapes economy, industries, and the future of work itself. I now have the pleasure inviting Mr. Eklavya Singh, EDC cell leader and moderator of today's panel discussion, to take charge and lead the panel.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. So, the vibe is set for E-Summit. Are you guys liking the vibe? The E-Summit and Ideathon? Say yes. So, are you ready to dive into the most exciting conversation we're coming up with? Today, we are tackling with the topic entrepreneurship and employment. The burning question of how bold innovators and reshapers India's job market. We have got 4 absolute game changers with us this morning, from startup ecosystem builders to revolutionary tech visionaries, from women leading multi-state enterprises to serial entrepreneurs, creating thousands of opportunities. This is going to be electric. Let me bring our rockstar panel to the stage. Our first panelist is Dr. C. Adi, Head of Operation at MCC MRF Innovation Park. With over 11 years of experience in entrepreneurship and innovation infrastructure, she has mentored 500 plus early stage startups across India. Dr. Adi specializes in setting up incubators across life sciences, deep technology, and sustainable sectors. She has designed and executed 8 plus customized programs for incubators and has expertise in IPR management and technology commercialization. Please welcome on the stage Dr. CRT. Next, we have Mr. Aayan Raj, founder and CEO of Immortigen Technologies Private Limited. Mr. Aayan is driven by a revolutionary mission to overcome the limitation of aging and mortality through technology. His company focuses on developing breakthrough technologies and exploring human technologies integration for the future. He represents the bold, visionary thinking that defines the next generation of innovators, creating tomorrow's job market. A warm welcome to Mr. Aayan Raj. Our third powerhouse is Mrs. C. Manogiri Babu Reddy, Managing Director of Cherry Reliable Pest Solutions Private Limited. Over the past 6 years, she has transformed her company into multi-stage enterprises, recognized with multiple prestige awards during the COVID period for her exceptional leadership. She exemplifies how women entrepreneurs are driving job creations and economic growth across India. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. C. Manogiri Babu Reddy. And finally, our serial entrepreneur extraordinaire, Mr. Jaikrishna P. He is the founder and CEO of Tixon, an entrepreneur in residence at SRM University. He also founded Interrace, which creates career opportunities for students and professionals, and Reddy in transforming talent experiences. Our very own SRM Vadapalani alumni with BTech in Computer Science and Engineering, Mr. Jaikrishna demonstrates how technology-driven ventures can generate employment while solving real-world problems. Let's give a thunderous welcome to our proud alumni, Mr. Jaikrishna P. This morning, we have innovation infrastructure, cutting-edge longevity tech, proven business expansion, and serial entrepreneurs all on one stage. From mentoring 500 plus startups to revolutionizing aging and multi-state growth to create career pathways, we are about to explore how today's entrepreneurs are literally building tomorrow's job market. Buckle up everyone, let's ignite this conversation. So let's begin this journey. So, the first one. Doctor, I'll just say my innovation. You have seen the entire entrepreneurial ecosystem from ideation to IPO, from failure to miracle. Here's what fascinates me. Why do you think people naturally gravitate towards building companies while others excel as employees, as they become? Is entrepreneurship a skill you can teach or a mindset you are born with? When you evaluate startups at the innovation park, what's the one trait that separates future entrepreneurs from brilliant employees?
As you rightly mentioned, was answering your question. Entrepreneurship is a skill that can be trained, but it is more about the mindset that you should have. Entrepreneurs have growth mindset. So there is a framework by which you can again train yourself to have that mindset. It is thinking beyond what you see, thinking big and looking for opportunities and not what you have today, but looking at 5 years ahead. When we select startups to incubate and nurture, we look for founders. The ideas can change, the ideas keep changing, but what we look at, because we are an incubation center, especially turning ideas into ventures, we focus on the founders rather than the ideas. Hope that answers it.
So, Immortigen operates in uncharted territory, longevity research, where the right answer doesn't exist in any textbook. Most employees
gives you defined problems with known solutions. You are literally trying to solve problems with humanity to heal is never solved before. How does working a complete ambiguity compare to the structure's growth path in traditional careers? Do you think the human brain is wired to this level of uncertainty? How do we need to rewire ourselves for interpersonal mindset?
So we are discussing like the longevity. So I mean, I'm telling you, whatever we are building, longevity is an outcome for that. I mean, maybe it's really high paid like after the French Johnson for the longevity. So I mean, what we are doing is like we are copying the entire biology of the the human, and we are putting that in the digital meat, and it's like a 24/7 monitoring system. I mean, that will predict the future scenario. Let's come to the entrepreneurships and what it was for the employment. So it's a very subjective what I feel. I mean, it's totally like based on you. So I've seen like a lot of people like they are really good, damn good in their things. But they are not good in like a people management. Entrepreneurship is all about the managing people who is smarter than you in their domain. And both have their pros and cons. So being entrepreneur is like it's a risk and reward is there. And being a employee is like it's. If you're left to do your own things, and be with that enjoy your work, so you can go with the employment also. And the thing that it was like whatever I'm building. Obviously, the mental foundation is there for that, but it's all about like how I overcome for that and being through those build, measure, and learn and iterations in the process. That's how the game came.
So, as you said, like, many people don't have management knowledge. So, they are not born with that particular skill. So, like, how you are doing that? So, like, what's the difference between the people who don't have that management skill and
it's a psychology game. It's understanding the people. It's empathy is there. So two things is there. Either you are damn good in something, then find someone who is like good in the people management skill. So maybe the co-founder, learn those things. Understand the human psychology, how things work. So yeah, that's the answer.
For example, I've seen many some of the co-founders, although that was into management, but they are good at skill what they are doing. So, like, what's your opinion? So, like, for example, you are working with companies, so co-founder can be a partner. You can be also a co-founder, but not in management skill. So, will it be okay? Will it be okay? So the question is, like, many founders are there, and co-founders also there. So for an example, one founder is having management skill, and the skill that he's providing is essential for the company, but not the management skill. So will it work?
You obviously like the both should be like complement each other. So one should be like managing the people like who's good in that, and one should be like the domain specific.
So like co-founder matters.
It's very subjective. Again, like if you're good in like the managing people and again like the building with the product, so that's for you.
Even possibilities as you're doing with the company. Let's go with some. So she has created about all the states, 7 plus states. She has no experience in doing nonsense, so this is the question based on Manobri, here's what fascinating about Chennai. Reliable pest solutions. You didn't just start a business, you educated an entire market about professional pest management employs response to existing demand. Entrepreneurs often have to create that demand. First, how do you convince customer they need to something they don't know they need it? How do you convince customers? Was the psychology behind transforming skeptical customers into loyal advocates to their company?
That's a very good question what you have asked for. In this industry, what people doesn't know is about the chemistry of the chemicals what we are using in their particular premises. So education with respect to that particular part is more important when it comes to a pest control industry. It is not like anybody can do any chemical or anywhere. It has to be ecologically safe and it has to be safe for the person who is using it, because there are many carcinogenic chemicals which is being used left, right, center, and where many chemicals which is banned are still in usage, which I don't accept at all. So since my inception of my company till date, I have never bought even one single carcinogenic chemical. Even irrespective of, I will increase the frequency rather than using a stronger chemical in the particular case. So I will educate, I'll spend time in educating the customer, defining the importance of the chemical and what is being used. We use only HACCP certified chemical. That is the unique thing of our company and the knowledge. We will not use chemical everywhere and anywhere. So the root cause will be identified and only in those particular places it will be used. So after getting it now, after speaking, after getting the knowledge, definitely it will build the trust. So upon seeing, the second level of trust will be built. So over the period of time where they get the service on a regular basis and proper response from the company side, the customer becomes a brand loyal customer.
Thank you for this answer. I have one more question. So the question is, like, have you said SOP, like rules? So you said like we do this at our patient, we do this particular rule we have in the company, and that's what we can stick to our company. So, like, what do you take about SOP, standard operating procedures, based upon the company?
Okay. So you are asking, like, yes, the customer will be asking us to do, cross-violate the SOPs, but how I'm restricting it. That's what you are asking.
The question is like, do the company needs SOP, like, how is it defined in the company? And based upon that, SOPs, will it affect customers as well?
SOPs are built for privilege of both. The customer should also be happy and we should also have the set of rules, because since we are dealing with hazardous chemical, obviously SOPs are must and it will be maintained in that particular standards. So where the deviation happens is like usage of chemical. Make it more stronger. Don't, instead of 10 ml, use 20 ml. So that is not going to work out. So that's where the standard operating procedure, we give everything. So this is the material safety data sheet, what the manufacturer has said. So that's how we convince the customer. Obviously we have SOPs for everything. Right from the beginning, starting from attendance till they leave the company, we have got SOPs.
Actually, pesticides have strict rules, like very strict rules with pesticides industries in India. So let's get started with Jaikrishna. So he is working in 3 companies actually. Worked in 3 companies. He started Reddy, busy, the idea, and then he started the company. And then he is right now in Tixon, building the founder of Tixon. Jaikrishna, instead of taking a comfortable tech job in BTech, he chose to build Tixon and dive into the startup world. My classmates probably have steady salaries, EMI capabilities, weekend, peace of mind. You are dealing with Tixon, funding challenges, sleepless nights, constant uncertainty. So when your parents ask, son, why don't you just take the software job instead of building Tixon? What do you tell them? Like, do you ever think your employed friends make the smarter choice?
So maybe like some people know me here, like how many struggles I have been through when I was in my college. So when I was in my final year, my parents told, don't do startup, go for a job. Startup won't. You should earn money, you should have an active income and all. First you earn money, then you do startup. So to convince them, I went for a job in Coimbatore. I worked for like 3-4 months there. So second month when I got my salary, I was very happy. It was my favorite job, good salary, good place. So that thought came like second time. Why should you do startup? That time I left that company. I came back to Chennai. It was like very hard situation for me. I was in my final year. I don't have money. So I've done so many part-time jobs. So no one like invested in me in first, like when I told I have some ideas, no one is like ready to invest. But when I showed tractions, we got like so many offers. Recently we raised our pre-seed round and next we are raising our seed round. So now when I take salary or like I show my parents, okay, I have done this, then they'll be happy. So I don't think like anyone from here, like their parents support, okay, you do startup. It is like very tough. While doing startup without any expectations or without taking any money, it is very hard to run our own life. So now I am very happy, and also my friends, they are getting good packages. Like one of my friends is like working in Tesla in US. So my other friends like working PayPal, they get like 33-60 lakhs LPA and all. They also like help me. Yeah.
So you said like parents. So like if someone has entrepreneurship mindset, like how he will convince his parents to, because see, people don't get investment easily, right? So how will you convince your parents without having investment backup and security?
So my parents have had a big confidence in me. So in my company, I mean like in the past company where I was working, I was drawing like 40 to 50,000 like rupees. So I told my parents, give me 1 year, I'll take like 80,000, 60,000 or like 80,000 to 1 lakh rupees in my own startup. Then you believe in me, like that I told. If it doesn't work, I'll quit my startup and I'll work in any company. So they were okay for it.
So you were so confident.
So like now I draw like 30 to 35,000 till date. So I have like 8 more months. So with that I have to do that 1 lakh, otherwise I'll do it for sure.
Great. So what's your idea about like Tixon? Like, can you just elaborate? What's your future idea about this?
So Tixon is an event booking platform where we connect college students, corporate professionals and all. So here I guess like some of the people are my customers. We have a huge customer base in SRM, VIT and Loyola as well. So it's an event booking platform, that's it.
So any future ideas? Like good question?
Yeah, so with my and restrict our future target to destroy them, it won't happen. So this is a very big market, so many people can come in. So event booking platform is a 5,000 crore market in India. So 10 people can come in, they can earn money. So we are starting college and corporate as a market entry for the entertainment market. So once we crack this, we'll go to that next. So my co-founders are here, sitting at last. They have helped me a lot. I have never thanked them. So yeah. So I hope like after 2 years they also come in the same stage. Till like now they are students. After like 1 or 2 years, like they are also coming here.
Great. Thanks for the insight. Okay, we can go ahead. Round 2 questions. See Aarti. So, Dr. Aarti, you have been on both sides, building innovation parks, infrastructures, and mentoring individual entrepreneurs. Here's my questions. Are we creating enough entrepreneurs, employees in India? I mean, people who think like owners, but work within the organization. Should big corporations be more worried about losing talents to startups? Or should they be trying to make their employees think more entrepreneurially? How do you see the relationship between corporate innovation and startup innovation?
Okay. Thank you for that question. First of all, the divide between employment and entrepreneurship is really emerging these days. Companies with advent of AI, robotics, and so many other things, I don't think they require anybody who does the desk job anymore. Everything is getting replaced. Starting from this booking.com platform to Slack and ClickUps, everything is getting artificial intelligence now, and more things are getting automized. I don't think employers are looking for people who are not able to think beyond their desk jobs and doing anything beyond what they are asked to. And that's exactly why entrepreneurial traits and growth mindset is very important, even if you are looking for a regular job or a high paying job. No employer anymore, by the time you are out of your educational career, you will also be judged based on your ability to think, critically solve, problem solving are the traits that they are going to look for even for an employment. And having said that, once you have these traits, you are definitely going to become more entrepreneurial. And if the company is not offering you enough space for entrepreneurship, coming up with new projects, new solutions, new problem solving methodologies, the company is of course going to lose you for entrepreneurship. If you don't have an opportunity to build something new in your own systems, then of course entrepreneurship is going to take over and you're going to build something. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is the traits, the methodologies are very important. No more your marks can help you out. That's what I'm trying to say. Your marks, your projects are not going to help you out. It is the situation where the technology is taking over, and it is the right mindset, right time to really use your, the fourth year when you are asked to build projects, to really put in hard work to build something that is can be useful for you in the future as well. And as Jaikrishna was mentioning, parents are definitely going to ask you to take up jobs and become fruitful, productive as soon as possible. So I would say, as long as you are studying, that's your main field. That's where nobody is going to ask you. That's where you have time to think and build on your career. So invest this time in learning, upskilling, and building new skills, and put that into something that you love, and use the fourth year to build something that can speak about you as an identity, which will either get you the high-paying job, or you will become more entrepreneurial and you will become a startup. Either way, which is good. So what I'm trying to say is, try fast, fail fast. Both of it is good for you.
Good insights. So as you said, try fast, do fast. So as we have seen many 500 plus startups. So in that, how you are saying those students are coming up from colleges in those 500 plus. So what's your take upon that? So our students are more willing to do that, or employees, or experienced persons?
Both. I would always recommend the 500 plus has been, fortunately, I've had an opportunity to work with both the ecosystems, from college as well as from corporates, and even people who have been in tech jobs for 10 to 2-3 decades, built a lot of products in their IT companies and then turned entrepreneurs as well. So fortunately, I've had experience of working with both the communities. Of course, age matters, experience matters. They come with a lot of clarity when they come out of a job and then they start. They know they are frugal. They know team building. They know they already have worked with a lot of teams, so that experience definitely helps. But just like our parliament, which should have both youngsters and old people, company also requires people, mentors, advice in all ages, all experiences. What the strength that young generation has is new tools. Who are native to new tools. I'm just learning my applications. I'm just learning to use the Mid-Journey or ChatGPT's complexities or whatever. Some of that I am saying is already boomer for you, right? You might be using a lot of other tools also. So we are not native of these technologies. We are learning, but you are native of these technologies, and that is exactly the complementary skills that I would look for if I am building something, and that's what we do in our companies as well.
So if the company will look forward to. Thank you for that insights. We'll give you some interview with the students as well. So next question is with Aayan. So Aayan, what's the personal cost? So when your friends have steady paychecks buying cars, houses, you are burning cash on Immortigen R&D mainly for longevity technology. Do you ever have those 3 AM thoughts in night? Maybe I should have taken the software job instead of building Immortigen. So how do you feel, how do you deal with that family pressure about your unconventional career advice? And honestly, how do you, so I'll ask that question later.
So, like the first of all, like we're not burning money as of now. Even we don't have money that much to burn. So whatever I've I did from last venture, I'm putting that money and we are getting some ITM like infrastructure facilities and some money from there as well. So innovating, like we are trying to do some jugaad, find out how to make it better. And to come to the family, I mean, yeah, so I'm from Bihar. So, I mean, we are like, moved towards the government job. So, when I was in +2, I cleared NDA. So, I've been there, NDA. So, after 2 weeks, I quit it. And then I joined ITM. So, I mean, the UPSC is something that is very like the changer to us there. So, I mean, NDA is also like conducted by UPSC. So, at that time, like my family were very happy. So, I cleared that, then I quit it, so there was that. So, then again, like I come to, I mean here, ITM, so after 2 years, like I quitted that and started my first startup. So, when they were skeptic, because like the culture is like not that much venture there. Even like we have to care like they are living. So, it's a culture, like even particularly here in India. So, mostly like people like celebrate like if somebody cleared a government exam and maybe have come towards a good package. So we'll have to think for that pressure is also there on me. But thankfully like with my ventures I was making money. So I was 19 only, like I was making like 4-5 lakh per month that time. So with Jatra. So it was a same day delivery service for home building materials. But I again shut down that one because the aging is something that really triggers me. And I was interested in like I was reading I was reading 21st Century of Naval Harari. So in that I got an idea about like the immortality and how we can like extend the human life with the help of nanotechnology and the quantum computing and the AI. So, then I was getting interested. Then I understand the whole genomics. I read a lot about the genomics. I finished more than like 10 to 15 books about genomics. Then I understand biotechnology. Then I little understand about AI and all that was my domain. So, then I started the Immortigen. So, like obviously like the 3 AM is there, like because like all your friends and all like mostly like my friends were there they're on the academics only from the NDA. So last year they passed out with IMS data, and here in like the college also they were good package. So but vision is something that pulls me back. I love it. I love to do that. So yeah, I'm happy I'm building that. Evolving and understanding those things and trying to build.
Thank you for giving the answers. And thank you for mentioning the R&D process and the learning that you did before the Immortigen happened. So, like many people are there who didn't understand like what Immortigen is currently doing right now. So can you just explain your company?
So initially, like we are not working on immortality, although this is not possible as of now. Even the mind mapping is also not possible as of now. So what we are doing, like we are collecting all those data, like the molecular level data, like their DNA, RNA, and all metabolism and other data, and we are mapping all those data, and our agents will understand all those data. It will create a personalized dashboard for you. So in that, like you will get all those insights, like the organ specific biological is, if there is any dysfunctionality inside the organ, you will get that. your biological age, I mean, the coming disease, I mean, those based on genes, like the categorization of the medicines, I mean, those hyper-personalized insights for your body. And then we have a biotracker, so like that tracker will like track everything, whatever happening inside your body. So once the continuous inflow of data that will come with the biotracker, our agents will understand the pattern of the body. I mean, how the certain body is behaving at a certain factor. So after understanding the pattern, it will predict the instantaneous future scenario also. I mean, maybe like the last time, the blood flow was this, body temperature was this, hydration level was this, so maybe the fever happened, even the certain X does happen. So for the next time, it will predict like the disease and everything. It will optimize. So we are just trying to, I mean, slow down the biological clock with the help of technology.
So is this not a ring? Is it a...
Yeah, it's a, I mean, ring.
So it's like, is it getting some data?
Yeah, it's like we are getting all those fatals and body data.
Okay. Thanks. So we can move forward. Thank you for answering. Miss C. Ms. Monogri, Cheney Reliable Pest Solutions has grown across multiple states. That's incredible, and you are spacing that much. But here's the entrepreneur paradox. As an employer, your responsibility scales linearly with your role. As a founder, your responsibility scales exponentially with your success. So how do you maintain the personal touch that built your business while managing multi-state operations? When do entrepreneurs need to start thinking like employees of their own companies?
Great question. So here, with respect to my organization, I have given freedom to my employees to take up their decision in their prospective jobs. So there, for each and everything, they need not go get authorization from their higher people, because people might not be available at that particular state. So when our employees come, we make them, we feel them, this is your company, so you take up a decision, whatever is right. So that brings in an immense responsibility in themselves itself, in order to make it okay. So finally, if there is no complaint, then you will be paid with some incentives. So that gives them that builds the ownership, and that gives them the happiness. And finally, every month we recognize the persons. So these are the decisions what they have taken, and which is very successful. If there is something wrong, then we have a team who goes and address that, and we get it right.
Thanks for being humble to your hands. Okay, so it's exponential responsibility. Yeah, agree. Mr. Jaikrishna. So Jaikrishna, like, let's be really honest with Tixon versus employment reality. Your employed friends have predicted careers. Can you plan 5 years ahead of you because he has career set already, studying career. He can sleep peacefully as well. They got promoted on performance as well. Jaikrishna, let's be pretty honest about Tixon versus employment reality. Your employed friends have predictable careers, can plan 5 years ahead of you because they have steady careers, sleep peacefully, you are up at 3 a.m. worrying about Tixon funding, team and market fit. They get promoted on performance, you get funding back convincing someone Tixon is worth their money. Is building Tixon really better than employment? Or we are romanticizing the struggle of this particular chaos? When students ask, I have a job offer but want to build something like Tixon, what's the honest advice you can give?
So none of my classmates are working in my company, or they are not co-founders also. So we can classify this question into so many categories. We have interns working in our company. From this campus, I have a junior working in the company. So once he was in his final year, we have helped him to get placements. We asked him can you wait 2-3 years so that you can draw a better salary? We can't give him right now. So we told him very frankly. So in my company, what advantage is everyone can view financials anytime. that there are no restrictions because this is a startup. We are itself like figuring it out, like what we can do, how we can make more money. So we help like our team. We ask like what you need. So when we do onboarding itself, we'll ask like what do you want from us. So what you can do. So once we are clear with that, like we move forward. So that's it. So regarding the other like co-founders or the respective stakeholders, it depends. Like, do they want a luxury life or they are ready to struggle? It is I can't answer that because it depends on like every people. So personally me, why I am doing startup, my life wants to get better so that I should build a like very good or a feasible product so that like I can do something for the society, I can solve a problem. So I'm not like making like more money, I don't like that. I want to solve some problem and find a solution for that which can be useful to the society.
So, like, as an alumni of our college, so what advice you give to students? So, get into that field, like, entrepreneurship schemes and stuff. Yeah.
So when I had my first idea, I didn't know what to do, to approach whom and all. But teachers have supported me a lot. In my whole 6th, 7th, 8th, these 3 semesters, I have never sat in class. I got like 3 semesters full theory. Guys, trust me, I never sat in even one class. So teachers were like so supportive. But the thing is, not like all teachers can help us. So you should see like whom you can trust as your mentors. People who are working can't help you. People who have built companies only can help you getting some money. So for example, so let's consider you are working in a company, you are itself earning money. So you can't help me. So suppose like as a company, she's the owner of the company, it's like a 100 crore company. She can help me get my company to a level of at least like 10 to 20 crores. So that is what we want to see. But from college, we can't expect anything like that. But support they'll give, but the mentors and all we should see. So to students, maybe like after this, like I'll speak them with the...
Yeah, we can open the floors for questions. So anyone if have any questions, you can ask the... Do anyone have questions?
Hello sir. Hello sir. My name is Ananth. I'm a student of BTech Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. My question is, we are thinking we are advancing to AI, AGI and AS, right? But still now we didn't innovate anything. We have questions like, to innovate something, we have question what, why, how and when. What is the, what will give the visionary? Why will give the importance of the thing? And how is the tricky part? நம்ம எப்படி அந்த ஹவ் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதா ரொம்பவே ட்ரிக்கி பார்ட். when is the timeline? இந்த 4 வருஷம் தான் நம்ம ஒரு விஷயத்துக்கான ஆராய்ச்சி முடியும், அடுத்து தேட முடியும். இப்போ ஏஐ எல்லாம் ஏஐ எல்லாம் டெவலப் ஆயிட்டே இருக்குன்னு சொல்றாங்க. இருந்தாலும் நம்ம அதை யூஸ் பண்றது ஒரு சிம்பிளான விஷயத்துக்கு தான், ஒரு டெலிவரிக்கு யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. I didn't feel anything innovative எதுவுமே வந்த மாதிரி I didn't feel. After the internet and smartphone அப்புறம் ஏஐ தான் இன்னோவேஷன்ங்கறாங்க. But I didn't feel anything innovation சொல்ல மாட்டேன். It's a tool just helping sir. AG வரும்னு சொல்றாங்க, பட் நான் சொல்றேன் AG வராது. நீங்க என்ன நினைக்கிறீங்க?
I don't know what is AG. AG என்ன?
AG use AG என்ன? AG use
agents. Like I don't know. Like I don't know how to answer that.
Okay.
AG வராது நீங்க நினைச்சீங்கன்னா வர வச்சிருங்கங்கறேன். நீங்க பண்ணிடுங்க.
இல்ல ஏஜிங்கிறது அவங்க எப்படி நினைக்கிறாங்களா, குவாண்டம் கம்ப்யூட்டர்ஸ் சூப்பர் கம்ப்யூட்டர்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியாத சொல்யூஷன்ஸ்க்கு கண்டுபிடிக்க ட்ரை பண்றாங்க. பட் நான் என்ன பிலீவ் பண்றேன்னா ஹியூமன்ஸோட பிரெயின் தான் இருக்கிறதே ரொம்ப பவர்ஃபுல். ஸோ ஸோ அதை உருவாக்குனாலும் அதை உருவாக்குறது நம்ம தான். ஸோ நம்ம தான் we are powerful than AG. ஸோ AG வர வாய்ப்பே இல்லைன்னு தான் நான் சொல்கிறேன்.
டெக்னாலஜி பில்ட் பண்றதுக்காக நம்ம உழைக்கக்கூடாது. தட் இஸ் நாட் தி இன்டென்ஷன். அடுத்து என்ன டெக்னாலஜி பில்ட் பண்றது இங்க இன்டென்ஷன் இல்லை. ப்ராப்ளம் என்ன சால்வ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்றது தான் இன்டென்ஷன். இப்போ கம்பெனிஸ் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஏஐக்கு முன்னாடி இப்போ நீங்க எத்தனை பேர் யூஸ் பண்ணிருப்பீங்கன்னு தெரியல, இந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எல்லாம் எடுக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு 4 பேர் சேர்ந்து அவங்க யோசிச்சு they will write it. They would have actually indulged team work யோசிச்சிருப்பாங்க. இப்போ அது ஏஐல போட்டா ஒரு 2 நிமிஷம் கூட ஆகாது. They will get all the 10 questions. So you are going to use your brain, which is super powerful, in something super productive rather than using it in something that is day to day job. அவ்வளவுதான் விஷயம். அதனால நீங்க ஏஐ இப்போ ஒரு டெக்னாலஜி நம்மளுக்கு சொல்ல தெரியுது. இட் இஸ் நாட் தட் இட் வாஸ் நாட் தேர். கூகுள் இருந்தது, அதுக்கு முன்னாடி நிறைய ஸ்டில் கூகுளே எஃபெக்டிவா எத்தனை பேர் யூஸ் பண்ணாங்கன்னு தெரியல. சும்மா நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 4 சர்ச்ல மட்டும் பார்த்துட்டு போயிட்டு இருந்தோம். இப்போ அதை எல்லாத்தையும் அசம்பிளேட் பண்ணி சாட்ஜிபிடில சொல்லுது. இன்னும் நிறைய கேன்வால ஏஐஸ்லாம் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்த போஸ்டரை நீங்க 2 நிமிஷத்துல பண்ணிடலாம் இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் ஹேண்ட் மேட் இட். ஸோ வேற ஏதாவது பண்ணுங்கன்றது தான் டெக்னாலஜி உங்களை புஷ் பண்ணுது. இது போதும், டோன்ட் வேஸ்ட் யுவர் டைம் இன் திஸ், do something better, use your brain on something better ன்னு தான் சொல்லுது. அப்போ ஏஜிஐ யூஸ் பண்ணணும்னு நீங்க நினைக்கிறீங்க, ஏஜிஐ வந்தா நல்லா இருக்கும்னு ஏன் சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா ஒர்க் ஃப்ளோஸ். டீம் மேனேஜர் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இந்த சாப்டர் முடிச்சிட்டீங்களா, இந்த டாஸ்க் முடிச்சிட்டீங்களான்ட்டு மேனேஜர் ஃபோன் போட்டு கேட்கவே வேண்டாம், அதுவே அசைன் பண்ணிடும்னு எதிர்பார்க்குறாங்க. எங்கெல்லாம் ஆட்டோமேட் பண்ணணும், எதெல்லாம் ஆட்டோமேட் பண்ணணும்ன்றது நீங்க தான் டிசைட் பண்ணணும். Human brain cannot be replaced. Human species will not be replaced, but that is specific to a thinking brain. அதுதான் important. You have to think and imagine. AGI-ன்றது இப்ப சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க, இன்னும் கூட வேற ஏதாவது கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம்னு சொல்ல வரேன் நான்.
Okay, final one question now. If I have an idea, I know what it can do, I know the importance of why, I don't know how to find how can I do it. I'm 0 to 1. Peter சொன்ன மாதிரி I know the idea was in 0, I want to step it to 1, I don't know how to achieve it. What is the first step I can do to make it happen?
First step 0 ல இருந்து first step, இன்னைக்கு நான் ஒரு ஐடியா யோசிக்கிறேன், I think that it could be solved, I don't know how to do it அப்படின்னா பண்ண வேண்டியது there are perplexity, validator AI, sandbox AI ன்னு திருப்பி artificial intelligence தான் சொல்றேன், but that is first step. நீங்க அதுல போய் நான் இப்படி யோசிக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லுங்க, மார்க்கெட் வேலிடேஷனோட ஒரு ரிப்போர்ட் கொடுத்துரும், இது நல்லா இருக்கு, நல்லா இல்லை, இது பண்ணுங்க, பண்ண வேண்டாம், இதுக்கு இவ்வளோ மார்க்கெட் வேலிடேஷன் இருக்குன்னு ஒன்று சொல்லும். நம்ம சொல்லலை, பட் தட் இஸ் சம் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் டைரக்ஷன். அதுக்கப்புறம் யூ வில் ஹாவ் டு கோ டு த ரியாலிட்டி செக், ஃபீல்ட் ஸ்டடி பண்ணணும். அதுக்கு again you will have to meet the right people. நீங்க ஒரு ஐடியா, இப்போ ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நான் கெஃபே ஆரம்பிக்கிறேன்னு சொன்னேன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டேட் கெஃபேயோட பக்கத்துல யாராவது ஆரம்பிச்சிருப்பாங்க, அவங்க கிட்ட போய் பேசணும். ஸோ அங்கிருந்து தான் ஆரம்பிக்கணும். How will come? I would say that has become much easier these days. அவ்வளோ இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் அவைலபிளா இருக்கு. பிரச்சனை கரெக்டான இன்ஃபர்மேஷனை எடுத்துக்கிறதுல மட்டும்தான் ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கே தவிர இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் நிறைய இருக்குன்னு நான் ஃபீல் பண்றேன்.
One last question, ma'am. Any technology, anything can come, or internet, Google, anything. At the end of the deep layer, we are leading the human life. We don't know why we exist. We don't know why we are doing something. At the end of the point, it only makes humans better and living. நம்மோட வாழ்க்கை திறனை இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணுது. பட் நம்ம வந்து அந்த டீப் லேயர் போகாம மே லேயர்ல எல்லாருமே போயிட்டு இருக்காங்க. டீப் லேயர் வந்து ஹாப்பியா லைஃபை வாழணும். ஒரு நம்ம இத்தனை வருஷம் எவல்யூஷனுக்கு அப்புறம் நம்ம ஒரு ஹியூமன் லைஃப் வந்து நல்ல விஷயமா எடுத்துட்டு போகணும். பட் ஆனால் அந்த டீப் லேயர் யாருமே ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணாம மே லேயரே எல்லாரையும் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணி போயிட்டு இருக்காங்க. இப்போ காலேஜ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் புஷ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க, ஸ்கூல்ல மார்க் புஷ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அப்படி புஷ் பண்ணி மே லேயரே பார்க்குறாங்க. டீப் லேயர்ல வந்து லைஃப் தான் இருக்கு. ஸோ நான் அதுக்காக வந்து வைக்கிங் மாதிரி கிங் அந்த காலத்துல வாழ்ந்தவங்க மாதிரி சொல்லல. பட் at the end of the point, how we lead the life தான் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ஸோ அதை யாருமே ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்றதே இல்லை இந்த காலத்துல.
நல்ல பிசினஸ் ஐடியா. ஆக்சுவலி ஈஷாவோட பிசினஸ் மாடல் தெரியுமா? எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை தான் விற்கிறாங்க. இப்போ எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸஸை விற்கிறது பெரிய பிசினஸ் மாடல். நாளே நாளை தென்னந்தோப்பு தென்னை மரம் பார்த்துட்டு பசங்களை கூட்டிட்டு வந்துட்டு இதுதான்ப்பா தென்னை மரம், இதுதான் புல்லு, இதுதான் இளநீர்னு சொல்றதுக்கு ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க தெரியுமா. இன்னும் ஒரு 10-15 வருஷத்துல ஐ எம் ஷுர் தட் இப்படிதான் இருக்கும் வீடுனா, இப்படிதான் இருப்பாங்க மக்கள்னு நம்மளே ஸ்கூல்ல வச்சு வைக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருவாங்க. செல்லிங் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இஸ் அ பிசினஸ் மாடல். நீங்க சொல்ற மாதிரி அதுல மென்டல் ஹெல்த் ப்ராப்ளம் வரும். It is predicted that 25% increase is already happening, that is going to exponentially double up. Mental health will be a problem, social experience will be deficit. So அங்க opportunity இருக்கு. நீங்க கரெக்ட்டா நிறைய பெயின் பாயிண்ட் சொல்றீங்க. சால்வ் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டீங்கன்னா business நல்லா இருக்கும்.
ஓகே, நான் அந்த லாஸ்டா இந்த மைக் எனக்கு கிடைச்சனால என்னோட இதை யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். I want company called Quantum Pen. Quantum Penங்கிறது வந்து என்னன்னா பேர் ஏன் குவாண்டம்னு வச்சேன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் அது ஏ கம்பெனியா மூவ் பண்ணலாம்னு நினைச்சேன். பட் ஆனா it questions me. எல்லாரும் ஸ்டார்ட் அப் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. எல்லாரும் இப்ப ஸ்டூடண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்துட்டாங்க ஸ்டார்ட் அப் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. பட் ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு டு தட். சோ நான் என்ன யோசிச்சேன்னா ஹியூமனிட்டிக்கு ஏதாவது பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு யோசிச்சேன். பேசிக்கா என்னென்ன ப்ராப்ளம்லாம் சால்வ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு பார்த்து அதுக்காக தான் அந்த கம்பெனி நான் ஓபன் பண்ணேன். சோ அதை வந்து நான் சொல்லிக்கிறேன்.
நீங்க கரெக்டா ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. இப்போ நாங்க இங்க இருந்து பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம். How many of you are actually listening to us? I'm sure that they are all watching their phones already because there is so much of information available on the phones. அதுக்காக இங்க வரல. காலேஜுக்கு அவங்க டிகிரி கொடுப்பாங்கன்றதுக்கு மட்டும்தான் வந்திருக்காங்க. அதுவும் இல்ல டிகிரி யூடியூப்லயே கிடைக்கும்னா அங்கேயும் வரமாட்டாங்க. கரெக்டா? யூடியூப்ல படிச்ச டிகிரி வந்துரும்னா நீங்க இங்க வரமாட்டீங்க. கரெக்டா? அப்படிலாம் இல்ல. அதையும் தாண்டி எதுக்கு வரீங்க? பக்கத்துல இருக்க பசங்களை பாக்குறதுக்கு, இந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸுக்கு. கரெக்டா? அதுக்கு தானே வரீங்க. எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்க்கு தானே வரீங்க. அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை செல் பண்றது மோட்டிவா ஆயிடும். இனிமேல் நாலேஜ் வந்து வேற யாராவது கொடுப்பாங்க. வேற நம்மளே எல்எம்எஸ் பண்ணுவோம். இங்கே ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் எல்லாம் எல்எம்எஸ்ல பண்ணிட்டு அங்க கோர்ஸை வித்துட்டு இருப்பாங்க. இங்க வெறும் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் நடக்கும். ஸோ ஆஸ் டைம் சேஞ்சஸ் ப்ராப்ளம் ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் வில் சேஞ்ச் அண்ட் நியூ ஐடியாஸ் வில் கம். And those brains which opt, change and think for that will retain, others will go. Adhan evolution avladha nadakum. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other questions? Can you please
excuse me, sir. I'm from KDR branch, Masters in Computer Science. My name is Vishal. So, like, நம்ம பிரதர்ஸ் சொன்ன மாதிரி லைக் நாங்கள் எல்லா ரூம்லையும் போய் பார்த்தாச்சு சார். லைக் அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி ஹியூமனிட்டிஸ் போயாச்சு, லைக் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸஸ் பண்ணுறதையும் போயாச்சு, லைக் டெக்னிக்கல் சைடில் அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸும் போயாச்சு. லைக் மோஸ்ட்லி லைக் ஒரு லெவல் வரைக்கும் போதும். லைக் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டாக முடிக்க முடியும், டெவலப்மெண்ட் செக்ஷன்ஸாக முடிக்க முடியும். லைக் அதுக்கப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கைடன்ஸ் ப்ராப்ளம், ப்ரைவசி ரூல்ஸ் வயலேஷன் சொல்லிட்டு அப்படியே அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் ஃபாப் பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருக்குது. லைக் அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி ஹியூமனிட்டிஸ் பண்ணுற மாதிரி நான் பேச்சுலர்ஸில் வந்து ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணி யூஜி ஃபைனல் அது வந்து ஒரு டொனேஷன் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் மாதிரி பண்ணுவோம், இன்டெகிரேட் பண்ணுறது, இன்ஸ்டியூட் கூட இன்டெகிரேட் பண்ணுறது. கடைசி டைம் நீங்கள் வந்து இன்ஸ்டியூட் கேட்கும்போது எங்கள் பர்சன்ட் நாங்கள் அதுக்கு தரமாட்டோம்னு சொல்லிட்டேன். ஸோ நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்னா லைக் ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ் பண்ணிடுறேன், நீங்கள் அது கோட் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கணும்னு சொன்னால் லைக் நீங்கள் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அந்த கோடை வந்து எங்கள் ஒரு செக்யூர்டாக இருக்கிறதுக்கு நீங்கள் வந்து அதை விட்டுருங்கன்ற மாதிரி சொல்லிட்டாங்க. சரி நாங்களும் அந்த லைக் யூஜி உடைய ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் நாங்கள் விட்டுட்டோம். லைக் அதுக்கப்புறம் பிஜியில் வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் தான் சேர்ந்து எங்களுக்கு இப்போ லைக் ஆன்கோயிங் தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இயர் எனக்கு இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ஃபின்டெக்ல போகலான்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு ஐடியா. ஏன்னா இந்த லைக் ஏஐலாம் பார்த்தாச்சு, லைக் லாஸ்ட்ல எது ஒன்று பண்ணாலும் வந்து லாஸ்ட்ல ஒரு ஃப்ளாப்போ இல்லை ஆல்ரெடி இருக்க பெரிய இதுவே போகிற மாதிரி தான் வருது. அப்படி எல்லாம் கஸ்டமைஸாக கேட்குறாங்க, ஒரு 2 பேருக்கு 3 பேருக்கு 4 பேருக்கு அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்மால் குரூப்புக்கு செஞ்சு கொடுக்குற மாதிரி கேட்குறாங்க. பட் ஆனால் வந்து ஏஐயில் போயிட்டீங்கன்னா நீங்கள் டேட்டா ஸ்டேட் ஒரு 4 பேருக்கு மட்டும் பண்ணுற மாதிரினா அது ஒர்க் ஆகாது. ஏஐயில் பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் கஸ்டமைஸாக பண்ணால் ஒரு ஆர்கனைசேஷனுக்கோ இல்லை ஒரு கம்பெனிஸ்க்கோ பண்ணுறது. ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து ஏஐ வந்து லைக் அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி ஏஜேன்னு சொன்னாங்க, சம்திங் சொன்னாங்க. லைக் ஆனால் அவங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி ஏஜே ஒர்க் ஆகாது. லைக் அது மோஸ்ட்லி வந்து கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியாது. அது நம்ம இப்போ விட்டு அது ரோகே தெரியுங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. பட் ஆனால் இப்போ அந்த ஃபின்டெக்ல வரும்போது லைக் அதே மாதிரி வந்து ஃபின்டெக்ல போனாலே நிறைய ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் வந்து லைக் டெக்னிக்கல் எக்ஸிக்யூஷன் ஈஸியாக பண்ணிக்கலாங்க. இப்போ வந்து ஆனால் வந்து இந்த ஆர்பிஐ ரூல்ஸ், எல்ஆர்எஸ் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ், இல்லை வெளியே ஃபெடரேஷன் ரிசர்வேஷன் வந்து அந்த மாதிரி ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி கண்டினியூ பண்ணலாமா இல்லை? Okay.
You can speak in English.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. You see, we start to work on a fintech project, sir. Where it can cut off certain percentage and reduce the time and increases the money that goes to the customers, or if they paid now, we're gonna receive it. But if you're making international transfers, if you wanna do international payments now, there will be a cuts for forex, and there will be a cut for intermediate banks, and it will around it takes 7% of the cost. I mean, for the payments from the payments. Like what our idea is like to reduce the percentage and to use like things like a wise transfer like platforms, and so we can cut off some intermediate banks and make the routes clear, which is cheap and reduce the time.
So you want to reduce the percentage?
Yes, sir. So see, like not in 2 or 3%, 0.1 or 0.2%.
அப்படி பண்ண முடியாதுப்பா. கம்பெனி ஓட்டணும் இல்லை, காசு வேணும் இல்லை, எப்படி ஓட்டிங்க?
இல்லை சார், நான் அப்படி சொல்லுறேன் சார். லைக் வந்து இப்போ உங்களுக்கு ஓகே சார். இப்போ வந்து ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லுங்கள் சார், இப்போ மோஸ்ட்டாக வந்து இன்டர்நேஷனல் டீலிங்ஸ்லாம் வந்து பேபாலில் பண்ணுவோம். லைக் ஒரு ஸ்மால் ஸ்கேல் பிஸ்னஸஸ் பேபாலில் வந்து சார் நான் வந்து லைக் நீங்கள் சொன்ன மாதிரி லைக் நீங்கள் ஸ்டடி மேம் சொன்னாங்க சார், ஃபீல்ட் ஸ்டடி அனாலிசிஸ் லைக் பண்ணிட்டு சார் லாஸ்ட் ஒரு 1 month பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் சார். லைக் அதில் வந்து நாங்கள் ரீட் பண்ணது என்னன்னா லைக் பேபால் எடுத்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க வந்து இன்ஸ்டன்ட்டாக கிடைக்கும், பட் ஆனால் வந்து 6 to 7% அவங்களே எடுத்துப்பாங்க சார். வைஸில் போனீங்கன்னா வைஸ் ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர்னு ஒரு பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் சார், ஒரு இன்டர்நேஷனல். அதில் போனீங்கன்னா லைக் 1 to 2% to 3% போகும் சார். லைக் ஆனால் வந்து பேபாலுக்கும் வைஸ் வேணும்னா லைக் ஒரு யூசர் இன்ட்ராக்ஷன் கன்வீனியன்ஸாக பேபால்லேயே போயிடும் சார். அது வந்து ஆனால் வயசும் அவங்க கிட்டத்தட்ட அதிகமாக இருக்கும் சார். இப்போ இதனால வந்து இந்த மாதிரியான பர்சன்டேஜஸ் குறைங்கிறது இன்டர்மீடியட் பேங்க்ஸை கட் பண்ண முடியுது, பாயிண்ட் டு பாயிண்ட் பியர் டு பியர் டிரான்சாக்ஷன் பண்ண முடியுது சார். லைக் அது ஸோ தட் இட்ஸ் எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ் பிளான்ஸ். லைக் நார்மலாக பேங்க்ஸ் போனால் 7% போகும் சார். லைக்
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் இந்த பேங்கிங் கவர்மெண்ட் அவங்க கூட எல்லாம் பிஸ்னஸே பண்ண முடியாது.
இல்லை சார், பேங்கிங் கவர்மெண்ட் கூட
இல்லை இந்த பேங்க் மணி ரிலேட்டட் லைக் 1008 ரெகுலேஷன் இருக்கும். ஸோ இப்போ நீங்களே இப்போ ரேசர் பேல பேமெண்ட் கேட்பே வாங்க, எவ்வளோ டஃப்பாக இருக்கும்.
ஆமாம் சார், எங்கெல்லாம் 1 month கேன்சல் ஆகிடுச்சு, மறுபடியும் போட்டு
பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. இந்தியாவிலே இவ்வளோ பிரச்சனை, நம்ம இன்டர்நேஷனல் இதெல்லாம் பண்ணவே முடியாது. ஐ நோ பேபால் கவுண்டர் ஆல்சோ, லைக் யூ நோ இப்போபே. இப்போபே
நோ சார்.
So அவருமே like he is trying like so many things but it's not working. நிறைய issues இருக்குது.
நான் பேமெண்ட்ஸ் சொல்ல சார், எக்ஸாக்ட்டா பேமெண்ட்ஸ் சொல்ல. லைக் வந்து ஒரு சாஃப்ட்வேர், அந்த சாஃப்ட்வேர் வந்து இருக்கிற சீப் ரூட்ஸை கண்டுபிடிச்சா ஸ்கிரிப்ட்ல வந்து நம்ம போட்டீங்கன்னா கோட் மாத்திக்கலாம் சார். நம்ம இன்டர்மீடியட்டா இருக்க பேங்க்ஸ் வந்து நம்ம சூஸ் பண்ண முடியும், கஸ்டமர்ஸ் சூஸ் பண்ண முடியும். நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், அவங்களுக்கான ரூல்ஸ் கண்டுபிடிக்க நம்ம பிட்காயின் எல்லாம் ஒர்க் ஆஃப் ப்ரூஃப்னு சொல்லிட்டு பண்ணுவாங்க சார். மைனிங் பண்ணுவாங்க பர்சனல் சைட் பை சைடில். லைக் அந்த மாதிரி மைனிங்ல வந்து ரூல்ஸ் தான் அவங்க கிளியர் பண்ணி தருவாங்க. அதே மாதிரி தான் இந்த இடத்துல நான் வந்து நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி கவர்மெண்ட் ஜாபில் ஃப்ளோ கண்ட்ரோல் எடுக்க போகிறேன் சார். நாங்கள் இருக்க ஒரு ஸ்விஃப்ட் கோட் தான் கண்டுபிடிச்சு அவங்க சொல்ல போகிறோம். எந்த பேங்க்ல போடும்போது கட் ஆஃப் கொஞ்சம் கம்மியா இருக்கு அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம சொன்னோம்னா ஸ்விஃப்ட் கோட் மாற்றும் போது நம்ம அந்த
உங்களுக்கு என்ன வேணும்னு சொல்லுங்க, யாரை மீட் பண்ணுறது
ப்ராப்ளம் சொல்லிடுறேன் சார். சாரி சார், நான் கொஞ்சம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுறதுக்காக அதை நான் சொன்னேன் டீப்பாக. இப்போ இதில் என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் வருதுன்னா வந்து நீங்கள் சொன்ன மாதிரி சொன்னீங்க சார், நீங்கள் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் ஃபினான்ஷியலில் போகும்போது ரொம்ப ப்ரெஷர் வந்துருச்சு. அதே ப்ரெஷர் தான் சார். ஆனால் என்ன ப்ரெஷர்னா லைக் ஒரு டவுட்ஸை கூட ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டர் ரீச் பண்ண முடியும் சார். இப்போ நாங்கள் வந்து கோடெக்ல வந்து ஒரு தெரிஞ்ச ரிலேஷன் ஒருத்தவங்க சார், ஈவன் ரிலேஷன்ஸே வந்து சொல்ல மாட்டேங்குது சார். என்ன ப்ராசஸ்ன்றதை கட் பண்ணிடுறாங்க. லைக் வந்து எப்படி அதை கைடன்ஸ் ரீச் ஆகாமல் வயலேட் ஆகாமல் பண்ணுறதுன்னு தெரியாது சார். ஸோ தட் இந்த ப்ராப்ளம்
இதுக்கு எனக்கு எக்ஸாக்டா சொல்யூஷன் தெரியல, பட் ஐ கேன் ரீச் அவுட், ஹெல்ப் யூ டு ரீச் அவுட் டு தோஸ் பீப்பிள். ஃபின்டெக்ல இருக்கிற ஃபவுண்டர்ஸ் கிட்ட எனக்கு கனெக்ட் பண்ண முடியும்.
ஓகே சார்.
ஸோ பை டுடே இட்ஸ் லைக் வி கேன் கெட் கனெக்டட் வித்.
தேங்க்யூ சார்.
இப்போ FinBlue STPIயோட FinBlue சேலஞ்ச் ஓப்பன் ஆயிருக்கு. நீங்க அப்ளை பண்ணுங்க. இந்த மாதிரி ஃபின்டெக் சொல்யூஷன்ஸை சப்போர்ட் பண்றதுக்கு தான் கவர்மெண்ட் வந்துட்டு அந்த ஸ்கீமே ஓப்பன் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. சென்னையில தான் இருக்கு. That is central government funded scheme to support fintech organizations and startup ideas. அந்த ஹேக்கத்தான் ஓப்பன் ஆயிருக்கு, இப்போ இருக்குது பிட்ச் ஃபெஸ்ட். நீங்கள் அப்ளை பண்ணி பாருங்க. இஃப் யூ ஆர் ஏபிள் டு கெட் இன் டு த ரைட் ஆடியன்ஸ் அண்ட் ரைட் பீப்புள், அங்கே உங்களுக்கு ஃபவுண்டர்ஸ் மென்டர்ஸ் எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு கிடைக்க வாய்ப்பு இருக்கு.
இப்போ வந்து இப்போ வரைக்கும் லைக் ஐடியாலஜியா தான் இருக்கு. ஐடியாலஜில தான்
வெறும் ஐடியா போதும். அந்த பிட்ச் ஃபெஸ்ட் தான், ஐடியா ஃபெஸ்ட் தான். ஐடியாவோட நீங்கள் அப்ளை பண்ண முடியும்.
ஷூர்.
an engaging, thought-provoking session this has been. The ideas shared, the perspectives offered, and the experiences narrated today have not only broadened our horizons, but also reminded us of the importance of dialogue and exchange of ideas in shaping our understanding of the future, while encouraging us to embrace more challenges and perspectives ahead. I would now like to request Dr. Goldadilip Ma'am, Head of Computer Science and Engineering Department, and Dr. K. Akila Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and also the EDC Coordinator, to felicitate our panelists with a memento and an unbox.
Mr. Aayan Raj, founder and CEO of Immortigen. Please put your hands together for Mrs. C. Manogari Babu Reddy, business entrepreneur, MD Vadapalani. Please give a round of applause for Jaikrishna, founder and CEO of Tixon. Also the alumni of SRM, Vadapalani campus. Dear participants, now we are moving on to the next session of the event, the Ideathon and Startup presentation, which will be happening in the auditorium itself. So please be seated.
இது முடியலடா vote of thanks லாம் இருந்துச்சு சரி ஜோஸ் கிட்ட கேட்போமா ஜோஸ் கிட்ட இல்ல இது அங்கே தான் இருக்கா கேட்டு போவோம் ஓகே 2:30 போறாங்க